So this Zsazsa Zaturrnah is a parody of Darna.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Darna is an alien Filipino Wonder Woman.
Look, she's their national hero. She's been in movies, comics, TV shows, lots more.
So she's a regular woman who transforms into Darna when she swallows a magic stone?
And by saying her name! Never forget that!
I already have. How does that even work?
I'll show you. Swallow this!
Why does it say Linkara on it?
It wouldn't work if it didn't. Just swallow it!
So, who did you get?
It's Pa. Look, it's Pa. Diamanda Hagan, obviously!
I got the better deal. I don't feel any more Linkara-ish.
You have to say the name on the stone!
Of course. Why wouldn't I have to say the name on the stone?
Just say it! 3, 2, 1. Diamanda Hagan.
The setups go, wasn't that really complicated?
I thought it was more interesting than explaining it in the review itself.
Welcome to a tough and fourth wall where bad comics burn. Linkara's gonna teach you all a lesson you won't learn. Brodsky, you're not the smartest. Liefeld, you're not an artist. Anyone who's had a bad comic published, it could be your turn. Linkara! He is a man punch, wears a purdy hat. Linkara! He's got a magic gun, where did he purchase that? Linkara! Coins, robots, Amazons and trucks. Linkara! This comic sucks! Linkara!
Greetings, gentle! Oh, I like that. That's very nice. Ooh, wobbly voice. Greetings, gentle viewers!
Hi.
Like I said earlier, this is a Filipino superhero semi-parody inspired by Darna. It's also the only film except for Rocky Horror that can claim to be a transgender sci-fi comedy musical.
You forgot Vegas in space. Hagan reviewed it one MagFest. Well, it's not my fault you didn't do any research for your part.
What's Linkara's first name?
Spoonie?
Yeah, nothing says regal quite like a mixture of Team Rocket, Hydra, and a Burger King birthday crown.
I'd say that this is a royal fuck-up, but I love this film.
It's certainly a royal something. 45 seconds in, and it's been nothing but company names. And now they're repeating!
Clearly, they ran out of words. It's Manila, the capital of the Philippines, and it is indeed raining. So as per local tradition, a musical number! Hey guys, Singing in the Rain was a movie and not a command!
You know, Silent Hill Downpour is a bit happier than I remember it being. Maybe the city will flood and everyone will die.
Oh no, way better. They just forget to end this song before starting on the next one.
It's like the movie was infected with a 2.4-minute Bollywood bug that mutated into this.
Kailan ba matitikman tunay na kaligayahan?
This is Ada, our main character. She's a bakla, which is a Tagalog word with no exact English translation. The closest thing would be ladyboy or tranny, but not an insult.
We get a flashback to why she's crying. Her boyfriend, young Asian Angry Joe, broke up with her right after she gave him a wad of cash. A wad of cash to help support him through college.
Sorry talaga pero kailangan kong sundin ang utos ni Mama. Pinagbawalan na niya akong makipagkita sa'yo.
Now that's just fucking rude! You submit to the homophobic, transphobic, to sexualist demands of your fucking society before your girlfriend gives you a fuckload of money! Before!
Dahil hindi ako isang tunay na babae at hindi kita mapipigyan ng anak.
Hindi, Ada. Hindi ganun. Nahihirapan lang talaga ako.
That's
What
she
said?
Magkaiba tayo ng relihiyon.
You worship Cthulhu, I worship Yog-Sothoth. Can you imagine what the children would look like?
And then back to the angsty LiveJournal singing. Okay, at this point, those people singing outside are just mocking her.
Tama, sweetheart. Hindi ako dapat naging bakla. Ano ka? Lalaki, babae?
Zsazsa Zaturrnah! It's nearly 30% flashbacks! Is he gonna try and rape Ada into being a man? Because I'm reasonably sure that doesn't work.
Kung kayo na pa sinabi yung kaya ko naman magbubuntis, diba?
Tarantado!
Well, that was a pleasant scene.
Happy dancing about rain, angst singing, interpersonal drama, and now child abuse. What next? Kitten torture? Oh, no, it's just Ada's niece who constantly misgenders her. Progress?
Iiwanan natin ang Maynila. Kakalimutan ko ang pag-ibig. Pati na rin ang mga kapuotan bumabalot sa lugar na ito.
A part of that hate is coming from your niece.
I could be wrong, but I think that's a translation issue.
It still annoys me, nearly as much as the song. It's just sort of mutated into a weird, angsty Bollywood power ballad now, with the power to destroy a roof!
Kaya kailangan na lisanin ko ang lugar na ito.
Yeah, moving's a good idea at this point. Having a space-based credit sequence 8 minutes in is brave, but having an opera theme is a whole other level. It's like Star Trek The Next Generation by way of Tchaikovsky and Power Rangers.
Hey, they're filming Filipina, Queen of the Desert. And they couldn't afford sand. Enough of the renowned driving scene, I guess.
Renowned and necessary. How else would we know that they made it to this unnamed and nondescript small town?
She must have made plenty back on her destroyed shack. She doesn't have to live in a studio backlot anymore.
She left the big city to go somewhere more accepting. The small town. Sometimes stereotypes are true. Sometimes they're overused, and sometimes they are so reversed that John Pertwee could use them as technobabble.
That's Dee Dee, Ada's assistant at her newly opened beauty parlor. Ah, stereotypes. Is there nothing you can't do?
The shirtless guy is Dodong. I think his name translates to something like cockmaster of the female gaze. Everyone wants to Dodong. He's there to be hot and to fall in love with Zsazsa. So he's a bit like Lois Lane crossed with the Diet Coke break guy.
It's 11:30. It's 11:30.
It's 11:30.
I don't want you to be no slave. I don't want you to work all day. But I want you to be true. And I just wanna make
See you tomorrow. 11:30.
Is it just me, or does Dodong look like a cock with arms attached?
No. Oh, wait, I see it now. I just had to pretend to be insane.
The big question is, why is he selling creamsicle patties?
Bigger question is, do we get his cream from his dong?
That was bad and you should feel bad. So one crappy low-res 90s video game screen later, it's time for more singing.
Ang nais ko from you. And I was...
So is she gonna get superpowers soon?
What?
I said, is she gonna get superpowers soon?
What?
Wait, never mind. There's the meteorite.
No, don't swing that way, pervert!
Then he lucked the meteor will atomize her for crimes against the art of singing.
Pepto-Bismol attack!
Clearly, it was the god of music.
Kumakanta lang ako! Mambabato kayo! Pwede na ba kayo magsabi ng please stop singing?
No, I've been saying that for the last 15 minutes, and you've just changed songs.
Ada brings the meteorite to the others, where they talk about Darna and how if you're faced with an unusual and polystyrene-looking rock, you should swallow it because superpowers naturally follow.
Sad thing is, this is only the 11th stupidest reason for someone getting superpowers. And that's only if this is superpowers by way of a bizarre bath soap marketing strategy. The actual reason? Random space rock distributing powers to people stupid enough to swallow it is the 46th stupidest reason.
Oh my dear, I'm sure this isn't the first time you've been faced with a large pink thing you need to put in your mouth. Just use muscle memory.
Oh dear God, why? I suppose that when it comes to swallowing things, it's useful to be part snake.
O dali, sumigaw ka na para malaman na natin kung anong powers mo! Kaka, pinutol mo na ako eh.
You ate a meteorite! You don't even know where it's been! You didn't even wash it first!
Ano isisigaw ko? Zaturrnah! Alam namang Wonder Woman, hindi ka naman Amerikana.
But isn't Wonder Woman Greek?
Themysciran, but close enough. Hey, why is it suddenly daytime? She went for a shower that night, and then it's daytime when she swallows the meteor. Did they spend all night talking about it?
Well, that, and they poured water in Ada's head every so often to make us think that she just got out of the shower. Oh, hey, she's been turned into Zev Bellringer from Lex Season 2.
Hoy, TV, tingnan mo at babae na ako. Wala na akong kanotoy, nalalawit-lawit. Wala na akong bigote na kailangan pa ng ahi.
I'm getting a subtext about the joys of menstruation from this song.
Oo nga! Bueno ngayon! Mukhang babae nga, pero asal pa rin bakla!
Why are these two friends? Why? And what is up with them using that word? Is this another translation issue, or am I gonna have to be offended?
It's a bad translation.
Okay, good, but I'm still gonna be angry about it.
There are camp films. Then there are mythically camp films like Pink Narcissus, which is 90% made of twinks and pink lighting. And then there's this. This is approaching the point where it's scientifically impossible to be more camp. If she'd been played by an actual drag queen, this would have reached camp absolute zero.
They decide to go off to a field and find out what Zsazsa Zaturrnah can do. Because she has bright red hair, she's clearly a superhero.
No! I'm not doing that!
Hoy, halika nga. Halika nga dito. Nakita mo tong puno.
What? Is it behind the novelty-sized bad dragon dildo?
At wag mo sabihin sa akin pasusubo mo rin yan, ha?
You don't need to swallow anything you don't want to.
But we all know that you could if you tried. And that's the important thing.
She pulls the tree from the ground and shucks it at a passenger plane, which dodges.
Malaysian Airlines joke.
Buti na lang.
I'd sarcastically talk at length about how charming it is for physics to not exist anymore, but this is a better Superman movie than Man of Steel, so I don't care.
Meron ka pang hindi nagagawa eh.
Ano yun?
Ang lumipad!
Still a better Superman movie than Man of Steel.
Really?
Zsazsa could skin Dee Dee alive and wear her as a suit, and it'd still be a better Superman movie than Man of Steel.
I would pay to see that. A day spent working out if she can fly later, and they're on to other important superhero-related stuff, like costumes and arch-enemies.
Ito naman? Pero alam mo, excited ako kung sino talagang ang unang makakasagupa, no?
Oh, probably some disgruntled dark semi-mirror of yourself with a backstory complete with ironic similarities to yours. That's how it usually works.
Nah, in the Philippines, they are fucking hardcore and got some Frank Miller shit going on. That's why our first enemies are some random guys beating up Dodong for no reason.
Okay to.
Pasiskip!
That was very necessary.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Ang galing mo
This is a bunch of Matrix gags glued together. I don't know why, the Matrix came out 8 years before this was made. Anyway, in the sea of crap Matrix references, we get this one! Easily an A- in the International League of Dated Matrix Gags.
Oh, ano, ha? Oh, ba't may ganon? Ba't may gimmick na ganon? Sandali lang dong, ha? Excuse me lang, ha?
You know, I've done some calculations, and they've had just about enough time for one of them to find the gun.
Ikaw?
Too bad they didn't reckon on her having anti-magnetic breasts.
Or indeed, her Kerba-class stare!
You guys made a good decision. So Jadong comes to for long enough to fall in love with Zsazsa.
Salamat, Zsazsa. Niligtas mo ang buhay ko.
Walang anuman?
The next morning, Zsazsa's turned back to Ada. Okay, I guess she worked out how to do that.
And I bet doing it stank up the place.
But why would she do that? Why not just be Zsazsa the whole time?
Could be a million reasons. Maybe she physically can't be Zsazsa all the time. Maybe she's worried about having to start with a new identity. Maybe she... Okay, not a million.
Maybe because of the hurt she felt, she wants Dodong to love her for herself and not Zsazsa.
That's amazing. It even fits the character as already established.
Have you seen this movie before?
No, but an eccentric congoer bet me $200 that I wouldn't burst into every hotel room and say that line. Bye.
Hey, what the hell?
Maybe because of the hurt she felt, she wants Dodong to love her for herself.
Bitch.
So Dee Dee has borrowed a drag outfit from a friend and has already adjusted it for Zsazsa to wear while superheroing. It's to make up for being a one-woman bitch machine.
Yun lang ni Zaturrnah? Yung pubel niya na kaagad ang... Napansin mo?
Aanin ko naman yung boobs mo, ha? Kukulayan ko lang yan ng pula, pwede na nating i-donate yan sa liga ng basketball.
It's like she's searching for a season of RuPaul's Drag Race to come last in.
Ang daring nito, no? Hindi ko kaya yan! Ang arte-arte mo naman? Kailangan ganyan talaga ang mga outfit ng superhero. Wala namang superhero na kagown.
I could be a nerd and point out all the ones who do, but I don't care.
You don't really need to see how Dee Dee convinces Ada to put on the costume. It's long and I suspect it's badly translated. Just know that it happens. We also discover that Ada and Zsazsa are two different people.
Sorta.
They're the same, but they're different.
Kinda.
It's a whole Billy Batson, Captain Marvel thing. You either understand that or need to read more Shazam. I suggest the Monster Society of Evil myself.
You see, they both have different powers and abilities. Zsazsa is nearly indestructible, can fire boob lasers, is super strong, and probably other stuff while
Ada can cut hair!
Kapag si Zaturrnah ako, parang hindi ko kaya manggupit gaya ng ginagawa ko.
Bakit nga pala ikaw? Hanggang ngayon wala ka pa rin jowa.
Ay, nako. Kinalimutan ko na muna yan.
Bakit kasi? Hindi mo subukan mag-asawa ng babae?
Magpapakasal ako sa babae. Pag may sumalaki na, higanting palakatsan.
The contract is sealed.
That might sound silly, but that line's part of the plot of the Left Behind series, which means that it's indeed silly. So where, oh where, would you get a giant frog in the rural Philippines?
My money's on a magic volcano.
I was kidding!
Oh, that's adorable. Stick with me, kid, and you'll learn to stop kidding about the shit in movies.
What should we even call this? Bane Kermit? No one knew who I was until I ate those growth hormones.
Nah, Frogdor, the Ribbinator.
Ooh, Frogor! Frogor!
That just sounds like a frozen yogurt monster.
I'm just being silly. Wait, were we doing something? Oh, yeah, the movie.
quiet dignity of Puma Man.
Isang laban palang talo na! Anong klase superhero yan? Ikaw kaya pangkailan sa palaka para mawala ng anay dito. Doon ka nga!
Si Zsazsa, kinain ng palaka!
You know, the best thing about Dodong is that he realizes things about 2 lines after everyone else. It's fucking great! Don't you agree?
No, the best thing about Dodong is that he realizes everything about 2 lines after everyone else.
So Zsazsa survived, because if she didn't, then the rest of the movie would be called Dee Dee, and no one wants that. It's one of the less weird things going on, but the frog's stomach is about twice the size of the whole frog.
That's not weird, it's simple physics. Frog stomachs are dimensionally transcendental. And you call yourself a Whovian. For shame. As expected, the frogs filled to the brim with pirate gold and poor victims of the Skeleton War. You'd think that would make sense in context, but no.
Yes, cut open the frog. The village will be rich and well fed for a year. A bit unfair on the frog, though. It didn't actually hurt anyone, except for Zsazsa, who kind of started the fight. Anyway, aliens!
Aliens that are too expensive for the CGI budget, so they're quickly replaced with cheaper aliens.
Cheaper aliens who've escaped from an Asian remake of Vegas in Space. And you say I don't do research on my part.
They've come to wipe the scourge of mankind off the face of the earth. And when I say mankind, I mean mankind. It's pretty much the stuff that MRA groups think feminists get up to.
Yeah, it's the usual gender extermination that crops up in silly films from time to time. Just think of it as a reverse version of gay nigga...
No, you can't say that.
Why? Oh yeah, I'm not American.
He's a complicated man, but no one understands him but his Atari. Fraud. Damn right.
Hey, it's Farhan Muhammad from Pop Quiz Hotshot and Dragonboard.
Yeah, that's me. You want an autograph?
Better. Do you want a cameo in our review?
Sure, anything to help out the little people. What do you want me to say?
Just think of it as a reverse version of...
Gay niggers from outer space.
That's it. Thanks, Farad.
It's the last time I sign up for a cameo before reading the script. First Hulk Hogan, now this. God dang it, I'm never going to run for president here.
In retrospect, I think we might have caught the aliens in the middle of a shift change. Zsazsa's powers have caught the attention of said aliens, so before attacking directly, they choose to test her with zombies.
It's funny because that's the plot from Plan 9 from Outer Space.
And Ed Wood if you're high. In case you weren't sure that everyone wants to fuck Dodong, we get a whole song about it. Because he's just a tarty fucking himbo. I love it when it gets weirdly Freudian and Zsazsa and Ada fight over him.
It's an interesting angle to take, that even though she's finally who she should be, she still feels at odds with herself. Almost deep, really. I'm sure they'll drop it in seconds and go back to being about a silly superheroine who fights frogs and everyone calls each other gay.
Ano na naman sa malaki ngayon? Ay, gato tibak lang! Hindi! Mga zombie!
I'm guessing the flying zombies are a cultural thing, but if you could make flying zombies, then why would you make the walking kind?
Why would you make them full of plastic explosives? So Dodong is so hot that even the zombies want him. Literally. And not in the usual zombie way.
Hindi! Inubaran ako! Inubaran ako! Hindi niya pwede gawin sa kanya yan! Isang tao lang pwede magsamantala sa kanya! At hindi ikaw yan! Walang yaka! Ambisyosa! Lumayas ka! Aba, Dodong, in fairness ha, ang gwapo mo talaga. Patay na patay sa'yo ang mga zombies?
It's funny because he's objectified.
While this is going on, we have possibly the best scene in the film as Zsazsa meets her dead father.
The man who tried to drown her!
And sings a heartfelt ballad to try and gain his acceptance.
Gain acceptance from the man who tried to drown her for being trans!
And just when you expect a beautiful scene of mutual forgiveness...
Mutual? She did nothing wrong!
The dad does this.
Nakaraan ay atin na
naman. Salot siya! Salot siya! Salot siya! Salot siya!
Why do you think this scene is great? Maybe if he just disowned her, yeah, it could be kinda heartfelt, but he tried to drown her!
It's great because it shows, without a shadow of a doubt, just how much of an asshole he is. So there. Plus, the concept of zombie suicide is fucking hilarious. Also, there's flying zombie backup singers.
You had a good question earlier. Why even bother resurrecting the walking type? I give up. If I don't, I'll just wonder about it until I die, come back, and fly around singing Camelot and still not know.
Did you notice that the flying ones look like they're riding really tall, invisible segways?
Now I have.
So the town decides to take refuge in a church and pray until their new god, Zsazsa, arrives to give them a rousing speech.
Mga kababayan! Tapusin na natin ang kabaliwang ito!
Yes, let's.
Tignan niyo si Didi! Oh, huh? Mga kababayan! Si Didi ay isang bakla!
Ang galing ano? Hindi halata.
Didi, it's called a transparent closet.
So by using Dee as a MacGuffin / way to shame the town for their cowardice, Zsazsa convinces everyone to head out and face the zombies.
It's genius, really. LGBT people generate a natural force field. It's not enough to protect them one-on-one, but get enough of them together and you have a barrier that'll defend you from natural disasters.
What the heck are you talking about?
Well, can you explain why the French Quarter survived Katrina? Or why tornadoes never hit San Francisco?
Well, I can, but this video is already long enough.
Well, I win by default then. Anyway, going to battle zombies in the name of queerness will just make the shield stronger and protect everyone.
Huwag tayong palulupig sa mga kampo ng mga demonyo!
Mabuhay tayo lahat! Mabuhay tayo!
So say we all!
Oh, by your command!
Good save.
So through a mix of punching and forming into a cross on the steps of the church to do that, the zombies are destroyed and the town is saved. I have no idea what that was, but it certainly worked. Now I'm not sure which of the aliens Lady Gaga is, but it's like she's not even trying anymore.
Stop! Go!
Pity those little monsters. They're being sent away to be given out in Kinder Surprises.
Hey, why are they speaking English some of the time? Is there a reason, or should I just chalk that up to eccentric?
In the comic, the aliens spoke only English as a way to indicate their difference from the human characters. I have no idea why they decided to mix it with Tagalog for the film.
There's a comic? I thought they just made this up!
Comic, graphic novel, and stage musical.
This is based on a stage musical, based on a comic? No wonder it's so broken. This is like making a movie out of Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, finding an uncontacted Amazonian tribe, and making them watch it!
Alam mo, Tito Adrian, ganito lang yan. Bakit di mo lunukin yung bato? Tapos! Para si Zaturrnah ka na forever!
Aruba, ako si Ada na nagiging si Zaturrnah. At hindi si Zaturrnah na nagiging si Ada.
Movie, it's way too late to try to be deep. And why are you all sleeping between hung-up sheets?
Those would be mosquito nets.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm at the point where I just assume what's going on doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, being hyper-intelligent, pan-dimensional beings, I'm sure the aliens will land in the most strategic spot on this remote hillside miles from town. Okay, I have no explanation for this. It'll take them weeks to slow-motion walk into town.
Yes, karugtungan. Another form of male oppression.
Oh no, they're just dropping in to stop what could turn into a sexual assault via the irony beam.
Ano nangyari sa'yo?
Hindi ko alam.
Ha?
Hindi ko alam. Aruba.
Well, he won't be talking about blue balls to emotionally manipulate her anytime soon.
Now kiss!
Babae ka na nga.
But
para tayong tomboy.
This is where the planet of the aliens, the Amazonistas from the planet XXX, or as I like to call them, the alien lesbians, This is where their plan differs from the plan in, say...
Gay niggers from outer space.
Unlike the aliens in that, the alien lesbians are equally happy to kill all men or just turn them into women.
Then speaking English with American accents suddenly makes a bit of sense. It could be a commentary on America's long history of forcing sex changes on small South Asian countries.
Tigilan mo na yung kagagahan mong yan at bumalik ka na sa perang pinagtakasan nyo!
You will not aid and abet us.
Galing mo yun? May AIDS ka daw?
Amazonistas, prepare!
I sense a song! I sense things too! Like air! And an idiot in crazy makeup!
Ito na habang kinakatakutan ko eh. Nag-iipon sila ng lakas sa pamamagitan ng isang special production number.
Ang kapangyarihan ko'y walang katulad. My power knows no bounds.
Kita mo naman, mukhang combination ni Maribel Bichara at Jeline Eugenio yung choreography nila.
Stop it! Stop the music!
You can clearly move during their transformation. Just punch them! What the hell is going on now?
Mga inday, pictorial na! Transmogrification complete.
Kailangan namin mag one-on-one. Pero kailangan ko lumayo dito, baka maraming masaktan.
You know, I was kidding when I said that this was a better Superman movie than Man of Steel, but I'm not anymore. This is a better Superman movie than Man of Steel. At least Zsazsa knows to take the superpowered fight away from civilians.
Pause it!
You're not the mistress of me.
Fuck these stupid hat-having Minnesotan cuntbag. There, check it out. The alien lesbian leader has a ray gun power stick thing stuck up her. A really efficient mode of transport, but dangerous if it goes off.
You know, I've seen all kinds of fight scenes, but this is special. I really can't tell if the choreography is brilliant, stupid, brilliantly stupid, or stupidly brilliant. But one thing's for sure, that Cross is terrified.
Huwag ka matalo! Kaboy mo yung babaeng yan!
Ano? Talo ka na!
Like death exists in this movie.
Zsazsa heads to a warehouse for what promises to be the most finale-ish fight of the film. Just her versus all 5 of the Amazonistas of the planet XXX. It'll be sweet, like Power Rangers meets Lex. XX. If we ever get to it, because before the fight we need to hear about the Amazonistas' tragic backstory.
If only you had been there when the women of our home planet stood at the brink of total annihilation many moons ago.
Maraming buwan sa planeta nyo?
Fueled by greed and envy, they resorted to brutal violence, and that violence led to the near extinction of the female race.
Holy crap, it's like the Asylum's answer to 300. Basically, they come from Frank Miller world where women were brutalized baby machines until the Queen rebelled and killed all the men.
Listen! I think you can hear Frank Miller weeping gently in the distance.
If you listen carefully, you can always hear Frank Miller weeping gently in the distance.
And I became their leader, Queen Feminist Wallace Teller Baru! And one of my very first decrees is the subjugation of all male forms of the universe.
Ang songa!
Lady, all the guys on your planet were dicks, but that's a bit much. What do you say, Hagan?
What? Sorry, I'm too busy being in love. Yes, kill all men.
Ilang beses ka nilang iniwan? Ilang beses ka bang sinaktan?
Okay, this doesn't work. Her point might have had some weight if the reason men left her was because they saw her as disposable, but the breakup we saw was motivated by homophobia/transphobia/ being a douche.
Hey, you were right. Zsazsa's first archenemy was a disgruntled dark semi-mirror of herself with a backstory complete with ironic similarities to her.
Kiss your dear Prince Charming goodbye!
Okay, it took me 90 minutes, but I found a song I like. What can I say? I'm a sucker for dueling harmonies.
Malapit na yung katapusan! twist him.
Shut up!
Net mo.
Everyone wants a log. You're gonna love it long. Come on and get your log. Everyone needs a log.
Log.
I want a log. Okay, it looks bad, but don't worry, kids. Nothing can withstand the power of pink.
Nothing but them, apparently.
Well, if she'd used Pink Floyd, they'd have to be wiped off the fucking walls. Pun intended. Hey, time for Zsazsa to discover a new power.
You mean pull another power out of her ass, which I'm fairly sure is where she got that log earlier.
Hey, it works for the Queen and her magic stick. Oh, 2 more powers as we discover that she can breathe in space and is telepathic.
Wala ka ng choice kung hindi sumama sa amin. Nek mo over my dead body.
So it seems that all is lost for poor Zsazsa. She's been beaten within an inch of her hair being mussed, and she can't handle 5 enemies with powers comparable to her own. So how can she win? By playing to the Amazonistas' man-hating bigotry.
Bewildered, befuddled!
You golden one! Stop reading the stage directions! It's embarrassing everyone involved in this, including me, and I'm just here to insult you!
I was doing a bit!
You weren't doing a bit, you were reading voiceover!
Gimmick lang yan!
The aliens are so incensed by the presence of a male of their own species that they grab their queen and run off to kill her, return to space, and turn all the men back into being men. You see, that's how glammy second-wave space feminists work.
You know, at least the thermal detonator in To Boldly Flee looked small enough to conceivably get into someone's mouth. So, who's gonna protect the town now?
Well, the aliens brought the zombies, so that's not a problem, but if another frog appears, they're just fucked. We're 16 minutes from the end, so there's another—
Why are there 16 minutes left?
Well, Dodong saw that Ada was Zaturrnah, so they need to fit another few songs in and have everyone move back to Manila because it's symbolic.
Sasama ako sa'yo.
Bakit? Saan?
Sa Maynila.
Aw, he even wore a shirt with sleeves to show he's serious. Just suck face already. You earned it. Why aren't they kissing? They are gonna kiss, aren't they? What a ripoff!
Agreed. So, one trip on Stephanie, Queen of the Desert later, and they're back in Manila and singing.
Singing again!
You love it, really.
Dala mo ba ang costume mo? Part 2?
Yes, motherfucking please!
Only if I don't have to watch it.
This movie is a mess and doesn't know what it wants to be. A musical? Comedy? Superhero movie? Parody? Drama? A movie about gender relations and identity? Romance? It's just disjointed, and the tone is all over the place, and I don't know what to make of it. It's also a half hour longer than it has to be, with a ton of padding and unnecessary scenes and musical numbers. The crappy special effects are fine. I don't expect the Avengers here. Hell, the final fight scene is actually pretty well done and clearly where the budget went. But the only real resolution we get is the romantic subplot, which apparently is enough to resolve everything else? Somehow? The acting is fine and the jokes are mean-spirited at best.
It doesn't move towards a finale naturally, it just ends.
And I feel somewhat differently. I love this film. Is it a weird mashup of genres and tones? Yep. Are the special effects crap? Yeah. Is it bitchy and at times mean-spirited? Oh yes. Does the occasionally offensively bad translation take it out of the film? Yeah, at times. Is it padded? Oh, fuck yes. But apart from all that, I love its campery. The mix of genres is a strength. It's different and that is wonderful. It's like Vegas in space, but good. But I realize that my definition of good is a little bit different from most people's. This is a life-changing film. You just have to let it. For example, it changed my life when I bought it. I went from knowing exactly shit about Zsazsa Zaturrnah to loving the ever-loving fuck out of it. And Rustam Padilla, who played Ada, was mainly known as a romantic and action lead before this film.
God damn it.
Now she's called BB and looks like this. I don't know if working on the film gave her the courage to come out, or if the queerness of this film just somehow assimilated her.
We are queer. We will add your emotional and sartorial distinctness to our album.
That'd be the first one.
But it's still a life-changing film.
Whoa, sorry. I thought this was Mikey's room. Wait a minute.
Oh, please, 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 Mr. Linkara, come down from atop the fourth dimension thing and watch Zsazsa Zaturrnah with me.
No! For the last time, I will not watch Zsazsa Zaturrnah with you.
Whiskey?
2 Hagans? I have the weirdest boner right now.
I did it! I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I got punched in the face, I got kicked in the balls 8 different times, I interrupted 9 different Zsazsa Zaturrnah reviews. I don't know why they were happening, but I did it. Where is my money?
Here you go, kid. You've earned it. Thank you, jackass. That wasn't even real money. Oh.
Hello, my name is Diamanda Grace Jones Hagan, and I would like to talk to you today about minion starvation. This minion has not eaten in days, and is currently grasping towards the camera because I've taped a sandwich to it.
Oh, no, no!
Can you help? No, not really, but what you can do is check our Patreon and help the economy of Afghanistan in doing many incredible and important things, such as buying a more expensive sandwich to tape to the camera. So please, join us in making this minion's life a little bit harder.